Preparation is key, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to properly prepare and coat your windshield. So let's go. It's really important to make sure that your windscreen has no contaminants, and even if you have a new cars don't come off the factory on your driveway. They sit on parking lots, they are on trains. So we're going to make sure that this windscreen is free of all of that before we start to apply any coating. So what I have in my hand is clay. I open the box. I always put some water or ClayLube inside just to make it not sticky. I'll take one part and I'll make it a sandwich. You can put this on the windscreen. So I have a flat surface here. Taking my ClayLube. Just to make sure that I have no contaminants on my windscreen. And when you have light chalk on it, it might remove this with the clay. If not, I will show you how it's done with the polisher or with the cleanse. So claying is done. I'm going to remove the residue. And just to make sure before you start, and when we are going to use the cleanse or the polisher, I've taped off all the possible areas where my polisher or my cleanse can touch plastic, because you don't get the second chance to restore plastics when you hit it with a polisher. So better be safe than sorry. So in our bottle of Geon View, we have cleanse and we have this Wilt applicator. For people who are not familiar with a polishing window or using a polisher, we can use this. And it's really important because it contains bonding agents for properly bonding off the coating afterwards. So this is an important stage, whether your window is new or whether your window is old. So I'm going to use an amount of product on the Wilt pad, and I will use it in circular motions with a bit of elbow grease. And don't make sure that you have too much product left on the window. So make sure you push until the product is almost gone. Refill if necessary, but don't make it too much of a product on top of the window. A thin film is more than enough. I will show you how it's done with the polisher. I take a rotary polisher because with the rotary polisher I can be much tighter on the edges, and I put the cleanse on my rotary machine. On the rotary machine we have the same Wilt pad. Slow speed. This is what you want to achieve, a kind of even application of the cleanse. And this product we are going to leave on top of the windscreen for about 15 to 20 minutes before we take it off. I will get back to you how to take it off easily. So when you applied cleanse to your windshield, I will show you which is too much and which is just right. Like for example, this area, you have a bit too much of product. This area is more even and will be easier to remove. If you have issues by using too much product and to remove the cleanse, just give a spritz of prep on a damp cloth and you'll be fine. So this has been left now for about 15 to 20 minutes. We will wipe it off and we will use Geon Ball. It should come off really easy. This one will be much harder to wipe off. So make sure you have a very even and thin layer applied, either by hand or by machine. So after we wiped off this, I will show you how to apply repel. Preparation is done. We are ready for repel. So open the bottle. You have your suede applicator and your block, which is into the box. I apply a deliberate amount of product. And this is important, we will do this in circular motions with some elbow grease. This is important to hear. When you hear the squeaking, this means that it's good pressure pushing the product into the pores of the glass. We have the repel sitting now on the windshield, and we will let it sit for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, we will clean the rubbers of the windscreen wipers to avoid squeaking, and after that we will apply a little amount of repel on it. How do I clean it? It's rubber. We have tire cleaner. I do a couple of spritzes on a microfiber, and I'm gonna clean these rubbers. You see, this comes off. Now we let the repel sit for about 20 minutes. As I said, when you do 2 side windows and the back window, we are not going to wipe it off. We are going to do something extra to make the durability be as long as possible. It's actually obligatory to put a second and even a third layer over it. So we don't wipe it off. We take repel again, we apply it on a fresh suede, and we're gonna apply the second layer on top of the first to maximize performance. So here we go again. After the second layer, 20 minutes later, when you want to have top of the bill, you empty the bottle, not only on the front windshield, but you can do the sides and the back as well, but empty the whole bottle for the windows needed on one car. It's not used to be on 3 cars, it's for 1 car. So we have applied the third layer, left it for another 20 minutes, and it should come off really easy. We take the G-on bald wipe, and we're gonna do it in circular motion. The effort and the preparation you did on the windshield will be worth the wait and worth the effort, because you will have a great durability with 3 layers of repel, great visibility, and much safer driving in rain. So if you like this episode, feel free to comment, or if you don't like this episode, feel free to comment as well. See you in the next one. Ciao.